Good morning, students. I welcome you all in this wonderful session. Today I'm here with Chapter 2 Peter Pan by J. M. Barrie from your English Literature book. Peter Pan is a children's novel by J. M. Barrie. It follows the adventures of the darling children and Peter Pan. J. M. Barrie's tale of fairies and shadows and a boy who does not want to grow up has always fascinated children and adults down the ages. We can often peep into the mind of an author through a book. So, what does the story of Peter Pan, the boy who does not want to grow up, tell you about J. M. Barrie? As you will read the story, you will come to know as some times ago, the J. M. Barrie said, "The horror of my boyhood was that I knew a time would come when I also must give up the games. When I catch myself playing marbles, I felt that I must continue playing in the secret. This agony still returns to me in dreams. When I catch myself playing marbles or playing at the sacred place." It means here author said that everyone wants to enjoy childhood, boyhood, girlhood for forever. We always want to be a child. How old we become, but we always carry a child heart inside, and he also wanted to enjoy his childhood for forever. Let's know more about the author J. M. Barrie. Sir James Matthew Barrie, 1st Baronet. James was a Scottish novelist and playwright, best remembered as the creator of Peter Pan. He was born and educated in Scotland and then moved to London, where he wrote a number of successful novels and plays. He was born on 9 May 1860, Kirriemuir, United Kingdom, and died on 19 June 1937, West End of London, United Kingdom. His remarkable movies were Pan, Hook, Peter Pan Return to Neverland, Wendy, Tinkerbell, etc. He was honored with the award, Outer Critics Circle Award for Outstanding Broadway Musical. Let's introduce you with the characters of the story. Here the story is given or presented to before you in a dramatic manner. It's a kind of drama. Sometimes after reading you try to play it like a drama with your peer. Peter Pan, a young boy who never grows up, spends his never-ending childhood having adventures on the mythical island Neverland as the leader of the Lost Boys, interacting with fairies, pirates and mermaids. Second, Wendy Darling, the eldest of darling children. Wendy was the elder daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Darling. Wendy Moira Angela Darling is the cute, sweet and very beautiful protagonist of Peter Pan. Wendy, an elder sister of two brothers, Michael and John. She shared a nursery room with her brothers at 3rd floor of the house. And one night, eventually, she met Peter Pan from Neverland. Let me now introduce you with all the family members. Here, Mr. Darling, Mrs. Darling and their 3 children, Wendy, John and Michael, and a dog named Nana. The family resides in London. Mrs. Darling used to tell fairy tales to the children every night as a routine. And Wendy also dreams about these fairy tales. Wendy tells Mrs. Darling about a boy named Peter Pan who visits her dreams from a place called Neverland. Now, here in this drama, the scene opens in a nursery where three children are sleeping and something uncanny is going to happen. Something strange is going to happen. Here, a light comes. First, the light of the corridor, light of the nursery, start blinking 3 times after 3 times. And then a light focuses on the drawer, sometimes on the nursery drawer, sometimes on the wardrobe. And it was quite strange. All of a sudden, window blows open and Peter Pan flies into the room. He is dressed in autumn leaves and cobwebs. Here, as if Peter is searching for something. Peter, in a whisper means very slow voice. When you don't want to disturb somebody, you murmurize, you speak very silently. So, Peter Pan is talking to Tinkerbell, a fairy, and they are together searching for something. Now, what they are searching for? They are searching for a shadow. Peter Pan used to visit Darling family and used to sit on the window to listen fairy tales every night. And all of a sudden, one day he lost, or just a previous night, he went out in a rush and his shadow left over there. Now they are searching for the shadow. Tinker and Peter was looking here and there. They were searching in the drawer and he's asking Tinker where it is, and then he got his shadow and in finding his shadow, he forgets that he has shut up Tink inside the drawer. He sits on the floor, confident that his shadow will join him like drops of water. Then he tried to stick it on with the soap from the bathroom. Now, meanwhile, Wendy, the elder of Darling family, she wakes up and she was not very frightened to see the strange boy sitting on the nursery floor. She saw the boy who was quite upset and sat over there. Wendy asked softly and politely to the boy, "What is your name and why are you crying?" Forgetting his all troubles for the moment, Peter got up from the floor and bowed graciously in front of Wendy. He replied and asked, "What's your name?" Wendy said, "I am Wendy Moria Angela Darling." And she again asked, "What's yours?" He said, "Peter Pan." Wendy was quite strange and she asked, "Is that all?" Peter said, "Yes." Wendy politely asked, "I'm so sorry. It doesn't matter. Where do you live, Peter?" Peter replied, "Second to the right and then straight on till morning." Wendy was quite surprised by listening this. She said, "What a funny address. Is that what they put on the letters?" Peter said, "Don't get any letters." Wendy, "But your mother gets letters." Then Peter replied, "I don't have a mother." Wendy thought, "Peter, no wonder you were crying. I can understand." Peter said, "I was not crying, but I can't get my shadow to stick on." He said, I'm upset because I can't get my shadow to stick back on me. Wendy was looking quite strange. Then she said, Peter, you have been trying to stick it on with soap. Sit here, I will help you. I can fix that, Wendy answered helpfully. I will sieve it on for you. I dare you say it. It will quite hurt you. So you have to bear the pain. Peter said, I never cry. She went to get the sieving kit and sieved the shadow onto Peter's feet. Peter was quite excited and happy. Peter gave a howl of delight. Peter, in his extreme happiness and rejoice, he had already forgotten that it was Wendy who had solved his problem. He shouted and said, Oh, see the cleverness of me. When Wendy heard this, she was quite upset. She felt as if I did nothing, and my efforts has not been noticed and even recognized by Peter. So, Wendy was showing her anger. She turned towards the bed and very artfully and tactfully she was showing her anger. Now, Peter, he observed Wendy's behavior and he replied, Wendy, when I am in happiness and I am very pleased, I forget about everything. And he tried very artfully and tactfully to turn on Wendy's mood. So he said, Wendy, one girl is worth more than 20 boys. One girl is more useful than 20 boys. When Wendy heard this statement from a boy, she was not able to accept, and she was surprised that how a boy can reply in this way, how a boy can think this kind of thing about the girls. So she asked, You really think so, Peter? And Peter replied, Yes, I do. I am perfectly and I am completely agree that one girl is more worthy than 20 boys. Now, what will happen in the next? We'll see tomorrow how Peter and Wendy converse and what other adventures they'll do together. So, till then, keep reading and stay safe. Thank you.